I've ever known him to do. What? He was told that...
Hello? Who's this?
The lawsuits against Chabot and Bride and the threat of losing the company again were really stressing me out, and he threatened my pregnancy, so he backed down. But still, it's over. Well, that's Victor's decision. I guess that my lack of trust kind of soured things for him.
Okay, stop it right there. I don't want you doing a number on yourself. You had every reason to mistrust the man.
We'll be back with Storm Warning after this brief message from Hawaiian Punch.
Don't worry, I'm not going anyplace.
Lemon pink tastes lemonade, lemon pink. Hey, how'd you like a new Hawaiian Punch? Lemon pink? Sure. First quenching new lemon pink. Try new lemon pink Hawaiian Punch. Be cool, drink cool. Gives this great new punch's punch. It's the 7 natural fruit juices. It's Hawaiian Punch. Hey, how'd you like a new Hawaiian Punch? Lemon pink? Sure.
And now for part 3 of today's Storm Warning.
What happened to part 2? I missed part 2? What's the matter here? What are you doing to me? Hello. Let me have Sandy. Sandy? Sandy, my television's dead. My television... Is this Sandy? No, it's not Willie. It's Mr. Clark to you, please. Send someone up to fix my dead television. I didn't touch nothing. Nothing, I'm telling you. It's a crappy set. You live in a crappy hotel, you get a crappy set. The what? The plug. What plug? Wait a minute. Hello? It's not the plug, it's something else. I'll fix it myself. Tells me it's the plug. He calls me Mr. Clark, I'll tell him it's the plug. The hell with all of them. Bang all you want, I'm not turning it off. I'm lucky it works.
Uncle Willie, it's me, Ben.
Who's that?
Ben.
Ben, is that you?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's broken. I'm locked in. It's broken. Get out and tell him. Tell him Mr. Clark is locked in.
What is it, the latch?
It's the latch. It's broken. Go down and tell him. Tell him they'll send someone up.
That happened last week. Don't try to force it, Uncle Willie. Just slide it out. Uncle Willie, do you hear me? Don't force it. Just slide it out.
Never mind. I fixed it myself.
Probably have to oil it.
I don't have to oil nothing. The hell with him.
You feeling all right?
What is this, Wednesday?
Certainly. Don't I always come on Wednesdays?
But this is Wednesday today?
Yes, of course. Haven't you been out?
When?
Today. Yesterday. This week. You haven't been out all week?
Sunday. I was out Sunday. I went to the park on Sunday.
What are you looking for?
My variety.
I just gave it to you. It's under your arm.
What do you put it there for? What's under my arm?
Have you been eating properly? No corned beef sandwiches, I hope.
Is this today's?
Certainly it's today's. Variety comes out on Wednesday, doesn't it? Today's Wednesday.
I'm just asking. Don't get excited. It's already read last Wednesday.
I got you 6 different kinds of soups. All low sodium, salt-free, all very good for you. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening. You brought 6 lousy tasting soups. Did you see this?
What?
What I'm looking at. Did you see this?
How do I know what you're looking at?
2 new musicals went into rehearsal today and I didn't even get an audition. Why didn't I get an audition?
Because there were no parts for you. One of them is a young rock musical and the other show is all black.
What's the matter? I can't do black? I did black in 1928. And when I did black, you understood the words.
I'm sorry. You're not the kind of black they're looking for. Jeez, it's cold in here. You know it's freezing in here? Don't they ever send up any heat?
How about this? Saul Burton died.
Who?
Saul Burton, the songwriter. 89 years old, he went like that, from nothing.
Why didn't you put on the sweater?
I knew him very well. A terrible person. Mean. He should rest in peace. But he was a mean person. His best friends didn't like him.
Why is it so cold in here?
You know what kind of songs he wrote? The worst. The worst songs ever written were written by Saul Burton. Lady, lady, be my baby. You ever hear anything so rotten? Baby rhymes with lady. No wonder he's dead.
This radiator is ice cold. I'm not going to let you live here anymore, Uncle Willie. You got to let me find you another place. I've been asking you for 7 years now. You're going to get sick.
Tom Jones is going to get $100,000 a week in Las Vegas. When Lewis and I were headlining at the Palace didn't cost $100,000.
That was 40 years ago. And 40 years ago, this hotel was 20 years old. They should tear it down. They take advantage of people like you because they know you don't want to move.
No cigars?
You're not supposed to have cigars.
Where are the cigars?
You know the doctor said you're not supposed to smoke cigars anymore. I
Give
didn't
me
bring
the
them.
cigars.
What cigars? Didn't I just say I don't have them? Will you forget the cigars?
Where are they? In the bag?
At the bottom. It's the last time I'm doing it.
You had reason.
So how's your family? The children all right?
Suddenly you're interested in my family?
Feels that the,
It's not going to work, Uncle Willie. I'm not bringing you any more cigars.
I just want to know how the children are.
The children are fine. They're wonderful. Thank you.
Good. Next time, bring the big cigars.
You don't even know their names. What are the names of my children?
Millie and Sidney.
Amanda and Michael.
Millie and Sidney?
I was never going to name them Millie and Sidney. You forgot, so you made something up. You forget everything. I'll bet you never drank the milk I brought you last week. I'll bet it's still in the refrigerator. Oh, there's the milk from last week.
They even know who I am?
Who?
Amanda and Sidney.
Amanda and Michael. That you were a big star in vaudeville? They're 3 years old, Uncle Willie. They never heard of vaudeville. I've never saw vaudeville. This refrigerator will last another 2 days.
You tell them 6 times on the Ed Sullivan Show?
They never heard of Ed Sullivan, Uncle Willie. They're 3 years old. What are you doing? You're not going to smoke that now. You promised me only one after dinner.
Am I smoking it? Do you see smoke coming from the cigar?
You had it in your mouth.
I'm rehearsing. After dinner,
I'm in the most aggravating business in the world, and I never get aggravated until I come here.
So don't come. I got Social Security.
You think that's funny? I don't think that's funny, Uncle Willie.
You had a sense of humor. You'd think it was funny.
I have a terrific sense of humor.
Like your father. He laughed once in 1932.
I can't talk to you.
Why, you think they're funny today? You tell me who you think is funny today, I'll show you where they're not funny.
Let's not get into that, huh? I gotta get back to the office. Just promise me you'll have a decent lunch today.
If I was to tell a joke and got a laugh from you, I'd throw it out.
How can I laugh when I see you like this? You sit on your pajamas all day in a freezing apartment watching soap operas on a $35 television set that doesn't have a horizontal hold. The picture keeps rolling from top to bottom. Pretty soon your eyes are going to roll around your head. You never eat anything. You never go out because you don't know how to work the lock on the door. Remember when you lock yourself in the bathroom overnight? The lucky thing you keep bread in there and you would have starved. You wonder why I worry.
Calvin Coolidge, that's your kind of humor.
Promise me you'll eat decently.
All right, I'll eat decently. I'll wear a blue suit and a white shirt and black shoes.
And if you're waiting for a laugh, you're not going to get one from me.
Who could live so long? Give me a job.
You know I've been trying. It's not easy. There's not much out there. Most of the work is in commercials. And, well, you know we've had a little trouble in that area.
What, the potato chips? The potato chips was not my fault.
Forget the potato chips.
What about the chick injector? Didn't I audition funny on the chick injector?
You were very funny, but your hand was shaking. You can't show a man shading with a shaky hand.
Why couldn't you get me on the Alka-Seltzer? Now that's my kind of comedy. I got a terrific face for an upset stomach.
20 times.
What's the matter with 21?
Because the word is out in the business that you can't remember lines and they're simply not interesting.
I couldn't remember the lines? I couldn't remember the lines? I don't remember that.
For the Frito-Lay's potato chips, I sent you to the studio, you couldn't even remember the address.
Don't tell me I couldn't remember the lines. The lines I remember beautifully. It's the name of the potato chips I couldn't remember. What was it again?
Frito-Lays.
Say it again.
Frito-Lays.
I still can't remember it because it's not funny. If it's funny, I remember it. Alka-Seltzer, that's funny. You say Alka-Seltzer, you get a laugh. The little word is not funny. What is it again?
Frito-Lays.
Maybe in Mexico that's funny. Not here. 57 years I'm in this business. You learn a few things. You know what makes an audience laugh. You know what words are funny and what words are not funny?
You've explained this to me since I was little. Words with a K in it are
Words
funny.
with a K in it are funny. You didn't know that, did you? If it doesn't have a K in it, it's not funny. I'll tell you what words are guaranteed to get a laugh.
Chicken.
Chicken is funny. Pickle is funny.
Cupcake.
Cupcake is funny. Tomato is not funny.
But
Roast beef is not funny.
cookie is funny.
But cookie is funny.
You've explained that to me since I was a little boy.
Cucumber is funny.
Car keys.
Car keys is funny.
Cleveland.
Cleveland is funny. Maryland is funny.
I gotta get back to the office, but listen, there's something I want to talk to you about first. Yesterday I got a call from NBC.
Casey Stengel. Now that's a funny name. Robert Taylor is not funny.
Why don't you listen to me?
I'm listening. You got a call from NBC.
No, you got me all mixed up. I got a call from CBS. CBS next month is doing a big special. It's an hour-and-a-half variety show. They're going to have some of the biggest names in show business. They're trying to get Flip Wilson to host the show.
Him I like. He gives me a laugh. With the dress and the little wiggle in the red wig. He's a funny boy. What's his name again?
Flip Wilson, and it doesn't have a K.
But he's black with a K. You see what I mean?
I do, yeah. The theme of the
What's
variety
the theme
show.
of this variety show?
The theme of the show is the history of comedy dating from early Greek times through the days of vaudeville right up to today's stars.
Why couldn't you get me on this show?
I got you on the show.
Alone?
With Lewis.
You ain't got me on the
Let
show.
me finish.
You're finished. It's no.
Can't you wait till I'm through before you say no? Can't we discuss it a minute?
I'm busy.
Doing what?
Saying no.
You can have the courtesy of hearing me out. They begged me at CBS. Begged me.
Talk faster. You're coming up to another no.
They said that the history of comedy in the United States would not be complete unless they included one of the greatest stars ever to come out of vaudeville. Lewis and Clark, the Sunshine Boys. The vice president of CBS said that to me on the phone.
The vice president said that?
Yes, he is the greatest Lewis and Clark fan in the country. He knows by heart all of your old routines.
Let him go on with that bastard.
It's one shot. You do the show one night, one of the old sketches. They pay $10,000 for the team. That is top money for these shows, I promise you. That's $5,000 apiece. That's more money than you've made in 2 years.
I don't need money. I live alone. I got 2 nice suits. I don't have a pussycat. I'm very happy.
You're not happy. You're miserable.
I'm happy. I just look miserable.
You are dying to go back to work again. You call me 6 times a day at the office. I can't see over my desk for all your messages.
So call me back sometime. You won't get so many messages.
I call you every day of the week. And I am up here every Wednesday, rain or shine, winter or summer, flu or diphtheria.
So what are you, a mailman? You're a nephew. I didn't ask you to come. You're my brother's son, and you're very nice to me. I appreciate that. But I've never asked you for anything in the world except the job. You're a nice boy, but a stinking agent.
I'm a good agent. Damn it, don't say that to me, Uncle Willie. I'm a goddamn good
What
agent.
are you screaming for? What is it, such a wonderful thing to be a good agent?
I'm getting chest pains. You give me chest pains, Uncle Willie.
It's my fault you get excited?
Yes, it's your fault. I only get chest pains on Wednesdays.
Oh, come on Tuesday.
I'm going. I don't even want to discuss this with you anymore. You are impossible to talk to. Forget the variety show.
I forgot it.
And I'll tell you something else. I'm not coming back here anymore. I'm not bringing you your variety or your cigars or your low-sodium soups. You hear me, Uncle Willie? I am not bringing you anything anymore.
Good. Take care of yourself. Say hello to Millie and Phyllis.
Why won't you do this for me? I'm not asking you to be partners again. If you two don't get along, all right, but it's just for one night. One last show. Once you get an exposure like this, Alka-Seltzer will come begging me to sign you up. Jesus, how's it going to look if I have to go back to the office and tell him I couldn't make a deal with my own uncle?
My personal opinion? Lousy.
Do you really hate Al Lewis that much?
I don't discuss Al Lewis anymore.
Well, we have to discuss it because CBS is waiting for an answer. And if we're going to turn them down, I want to have a pretty good reason why. You haven't seen him in, what, 10 years?
11 years.
You mean you haven't spoken to him in 11 years?
I haven't seen him in 11 years. I haven't spoken to him in 12 years.
You mean you saw him a whole year without speaking to him?
It wasn't easy. I had to sneak around backstage.
But you spoke to him on stage.
Not to him. If he played a gypsy, I spoke to the gypsy. If he played a lunatic, I spoke to the lunatic. But that bastard I didn't speak to.
I can't believe that.
You don't believe it? I can show you witnesses who saw me never speaking to him.
Uncle Willie, it's been 11 years. Hasn't time changed anything for you?
Yes, I hate him 11 years more.
Why?
Why? You never met him.
Sure, I met him. I was 15 years old. I met him at that benefit at Madison Square Garden and backstage at some television show. He seemed nice enough to me.
That was only twice. You had to meet him 3 times to hate him.
Can I make a suggestion?
He used to give me the finger.
The what?
The finger. He used to poke me in the chest with a finger. He'd say, "Listen, doctor. I'm telling you, doctor. You see what I mean, doctor? Hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How'd you like that for 43 years? I got a permanent black and blue hole in my chest. My wife, to her dying day, thought it was a tattoo. I haven't worked with him in 11 years. It's just now beginning to fade. That man had the sharpest finger in show business.
Work with him again, I promise you I'll buy you a thick padded undershirt.
You think I didn't try that? One night I put a steel plate behind my shirt. He poked me with the finger. Had it in a splint for a month.
There's got to be something you're not telling me. You don't work with a person for 43 years without some bond of affection remaining.
You want to hear more? He spit in my face. On stage, the man would spit in my face.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose, he tells me. I wish I could have saved it all these years. I'd show it to you.
You mean he would just stand there and spit in your face?
What do you think, stupid? He worked it into the act. He would purposely stand with his nose on top of my nose and purposely say only words that began with a T, like typewriter, Tootsie Roll, typing on a typewriter. Some nights I thought I'd drown. I don't know where it all came from. I think he drank all day and saved it up for the evening.
I'll put it in the contract. If he spits at you, he doesn't get paid.
He gets another chance to spit at me, he won't even want to get paid.
Now, will you answer me one question? If it was all that bad, why did you stick together for 43 years?
Because he was terrific. There'll never be another one like him. No one could time a joke the way he could time a joke. No one could say a line the way he said it. I knew what he was thinking. He knew what I was thinking. One person, that's what we were. I don't know. Al Lewis was the best. The best. You understand?
I understand.
As an actor, no one could touch him. As a person, no one wanted to.
So, what do I tell CBS? No deal because Al Lewis spits?
You know when was the last time we worked together?
Yeah, 11 years ago on the Ed
11
Sullivan
years
Show.
ago on the Ed Sullivan Show. July 27th. He wouldn't have us on in the winter when people were watching, but never mind. We did the Doctor and the Tax Examiner sketch. You never saw that, did you?
No, but I heard it's wonderful.
What about a classic? A classic. A dead person watching that sketch would laugh. He must have done it 8,000 times. It never missed. That night, it missed. There was something wrong with him. He was rushing, his timing was off. I thought he was sick. Still, we got terrific applause. 5 times, Eddie Sullivan said, "How about that?" We went later on, we went in the dressing room, he took off his makeup, put on his clothes, and he said, "If it's all the same with you, Willie, I'm retiring." I said, "What do you mean, retiring? It's not even 9 o'clock, let's get something to eat." He said, "I don't mean retiring for the night. I mean retiring for what's left of my life." And with that, he put on his hat, walked out of the theater, and became a stockbroker. And I'm left with an act where I ask the questions, and there's no one there to answer. I haven't laid eyes on that man again to this day. Oh, he called, I wouldn't answer. Sent me letters, I tore them up. He sent me telegrams, they're probably still under the door.
Uncle Willie, with all due respect, you weren't getting that much work anymore. Maybe you just got tired of doing the same thing for 43 years. I mean, a man's got a right to retire when he wants to, doesn't he?
Not him. Don't forget, when he retired himself, he retired me too. And goddammit, I wasn't ready yet. So now, maybe he needs $5,000. So he wants to come crawling back. Well, the hell with him. I'm a single now.
I spoke to Al Lewis on the phone last night. He doesn't even care about the money. He just wants to do the show for old time's sake, for his grandchildren who never saw him.
Sure. He probably went broke in the stock market. I'll guarantee you those high-class people never got a spit in the face once.
You know his wife died 2 years ago? He lives with his daughter somewhere in New Jersey. He never does anything anymore. He's got very bad arthritis. He's got asthma. He's got poor blood circulation.
I'll send him a pump. He'll outlive you, believe me.
He wants very much to do this show, Uncle Willie.
With arthritis? Forget it. Instead of a finger, he'll poke me with a cane.
CBS wants you to do the doctor's sketch. Al Lewis told me he could go out on a stage tonight and do that sketch letter perfect. He wouldn't even have to rehearse.
I don't even want to discuss it. And in the second place, I wouldn't think of doing it without rehearsing.
All right, then, will you agree to this? Just rehearse with him one day, and if it doesn't work out, we'll call it off.
I don't trust him. I think he's been planning this for 11 years. We rehearsed for a week and he walks out on me again.
Let me
just
call him
before
on
the
phone.
show.
Let me set up a rehearsal time for Monday.
Wait a minute, I gotta think this over.
We don't have time. CBS is waiting to hear.
What's the rush? What are they, going out of business?
I'm dialing him, Uncle Willie, okay?
60-40. 6,000 for me, 4,000 for him. What the hell can he buy in New Jersey anyway?
I can't. God, I hope this works out.
No, I'm against it. I'll do it with an against it.
It's ringing.
And he's gotta come here. I'm not going there, you
He's
understand?
got to be home. I told him I'd call around 1.
Sure, you know what he's doing? He's home practicing spitting.
Hello, Mr. Lewis. Ben Silverman. Fine, thanks. Yeah, I'm here with him now.
The one he left on the Ed Sullivan Show 11 years ago. Ask him if he remembers.
No, it's okay, Mr. Lewis. Uncle Willie said yes.
With an against it, don't forget the against it.
No, he's very anxious to do it.
Who's anxious? I'm against it. Tell him, you lousy nephew.
Could you be here for a rehearsal on Monday? That'd be swell. In the morning? About 11 o'clock? How far is the drive? 2 hours?
Make it 9 o'clock.
Be reasonable. 11 o'clock is fine, Mr. Lewis. Can I get your address so I can send you the contract?
Tell him if he starts with the spitting and the poking, I'm taking him to court.
South
I'll have a man on the show watching.
West
Tell him.
Davenport, New Jersey. Oh, no.
And I don't want any toy telephones tapping on tin turtles.
got it.
Tell him.
Okay.
Tell him.
Yes, all right. Uncle Willie, it's Ben.
Ben, is that you?
Yes, it's me. Open up.
You're alone or he's with you?
I'm alone.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Slide it. Don't push it.
Wait a minute, I'll push it.
Don't push it. Slide it.
You're supposed to slide it.
I rushed like crazy. I didn't want him getting here before me. Did he call or anything?
You got my variety?
It's Monday, not Wednesday. You didn't know it was Monday?
I remembered, but I forgot.
What is that? What are you wearing? What is that? You look half dressed.
Why, for him I should get all dressed?
Are you feeling all right? Are you nervous or anything?
Why should I be nervous? He should be nervous. I don't get nervous.
Good.
Listen, I changed my mind. I'm not doing it.
What?
Don't get excited. Everything's the same as before, except I'm not doing it.
When did you decide this?
I decided when you asked me.
No, you didn't. You said you would do it.
That was a bad decision. This time I made a good one.
Well, I'm sorry. You have to go through with it. I already told CBS you'd be rehearsing this week, and more importantly, that man is on his way over here now, and I am not going to tell him you called it off.
We'll leave him a note outside the door.
We're not leaving any notes. That's why I came here this morning. I was afraid you would try something like this. I'm going to stay here until I think you're both acting like civilized human beings. And then, when you are ready to rehearse, I'm going to leave you alone. Is that understood?
I'm sick. I woke up sick today.
No, you're not.
What are you, a doctor? You're an agent. I'm telling you, I'm sick.
What's wrong?
I think I got hepatitis.
You don't even know what hepatitis is.
If you got it, what difference does it make?
There's nothing wrong with you except a good case of the nerves. You're not backing out of this, Willie. I don't care what kind of excuse you make, you are going to go through with this. You promised me you'd give it at least one day.
I'll pick another day.
Today. You are going to meet with him and rehearse with him today. Now just stop it and behave yourself.
What do you mean, behave yourself? Who do you think you're talking to? Susan and Jackie?
Amanda and Jackie. Michael! I wish I were. I can reason with them. I'm getting chest pains on a Monday.
Besides, he's late. He's coming late on purpose just to annoy me.
It's not late. It's 2 minutes after 11.
So, what is he, early? He's late.
You're looking to start trouble. I can tell.
I've been up and dressed since 8 o'clock this morning. Don't tell me.
Why didn't you shave?
Get me on the Schick Injector commercial, I'll shave. I really think I got hepatitis. Look how green I am.
You don't get green from hepatitis. You get yellow.
Maybe I got a very bad case.
Now you got me worried. I wonder if I should call him. Maybe he's sick.
Oh, sure. You believe he's sick. Me, you don't believe? Why don't you become his nephew?
Will you please stop? That's him. You want me to get it?
Get what? I didn't hear anything.
All right, take it easy. Now just behave yourself and give this a chance. Promise me you'll give this a chance.
I'll give it every possible chance in the world. But it's not going to work.
Where are you going?
To make tea. I feel like some hot tea.
Now? Now? Mr. Lewis, how do you do? I'm Ben Silverman.
How are you? Hello. It's nice to see you. How you doing?
Okay. We met before, a long time ago. My father took me backstage. I forget the theater. It must have been 15, 20 years ago.
I remember, certainly. It was backstage. Maybe 15, 20 years ago. I forget the theater.
That's right.
Sure, I remember.
Won't you sit down? Uncle Willie's making some tea.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, it's... did you have any trouble getting in from Jersey?
My daughter drove me in. She has a car.
Oh, that's nice.
A 1972 Chrysler, black.
Oh, yes, the Chrysler's a wonderful
The big one, the Imperial.
Yes, I know. I drove it.
My daughter's car?
No, the big Chrysler Imperial. I rented one in California.
No, she owns.
I understand. So, do you get into New York often?
Today's the first time in 2 years.
Really? Well, how did you find it?
My daughter drove.
No, I mean, do you find the city different in the 2 years since you've been here?
That's not my New York.
No, I suppose it's not. Oh, hey, I'm really excited about this. Well, for that matter, the whole industry is.
Well, we'll see.
Uncle Willie, how's it going? Guess it's not boiling yet. Oh, listen, I'd like to arrange to have a car pick you up and take you home after you're through rehearsal.
My daughter's going to pick me up.
Oh, I see. What time did you say? 4, 5?
She's going to call me every hour.
Right.
1 tea or 2
Oh,
teas?
here he is. Well, Uncle Willie, I guess it's been a
1
long
tea
time.
or 2 teas?
Oh, nothing for me, thanks. I've got to be going. Mr. Lewis, some tea?
The tea would be nice, thank you.
Just the one, Uncle Willie.
You sure? I got 2 tea bowls. I can dunk again.
No, it's all right. I have to be going, honestly.
1 tea.
Well, do you have any questions you want to ask about the show, about the studio or the rehearsals or the air date, things like that?
Like what?
Like the studio or the rehearsals or the air date, things like that?
You got the props.
What props are those?
The props. For the doctor sketch, you gotta have
Oh,
props.
props. Oh, certainly. What do you need? I'll tell them.
A desk, a telephone, a pointer, a chalkboard, a piece of red chalk, a piece of white chalk, a skeleton not too tall, a stethoscope, a thermometer, an awe stick.
An ostick. What's an ostick?
To put in the mouth, to go ah.
An ostick. Right.
A look stick
A
about
look stick? What's a look stick?
a A stick to look in the ears with cotton on the end.
All right, a look stick.
A bottle of pills, big ones, like for a horse.
About this big?
That's for a pony. For horses like this. There's some bandages, cotton, and eye
Wait,
chart.
wait, wait. You're going too fast.
A desk. A telephone. A pointer.
No. After the cotton and the eye chart.
A man's suit, size 46, like the one I'm wearing.
Also in blue?
What do I need with 2 blue suits? Get me something else.
All right, is that it?
That's all.
And a piece of liver.
That's all. And a piece of liver.
What kind of liver?
A regular calf's liver from the butcher.
How much? About a pound?
A little laugh is a pound. A big laugh is 2 pounds. 3 pounds with a lot of blood will bring the house down.
Okay, is that it?
That's it. And a blonde.
You mean a woman?
You know a blonde nurse that's a man? Big as you can get. With a big chest, 40, 45, and a nice bottom.
You mean a sexy girl with a full round rear end?
Yeah, about like this. This is too small and this is too big. About like this is perfect.
I know what you mean.
Now, if you can get me some pictures, I'll pick one out.
No, it's all right. There are a million girls like that around.
Now, the one we had was the best. I would call her, but she's maybe 55, 60.
No, that's okay. I'll find a girl. Anything else?
Not for me.
Uncle Willie?
I wasn't listening.
Well, if either of you thinks of anything, just give me a call. Oh, 11:15, I have to go. Uncle Willie, I'm going. Mr. Lewis, I can't express to you enough how happy I am. And speaking for the millions of young people who never had the opportunity of seeing Lewis and Clark work, I just want to say thank you to the both of you. To the both of you, Uncle Willie.
Well, I hope they won't be disappointed.
Oh, they won't be.
I know they won't. I was just saying.
I'm going, Uncle Willie. Goodbye.
I'll show you the elevator.
I know where it is. I just want to say this makes me very happy to see the two of you together again, reunited, the kings of comedy. I'm sure this must be very exciting for both of you. Well, it looks like we're off to a great start. I'll call you later. Goodbye.
Sugar?
If you got.
I got sugar. You like a cracker?
What kind of cracker?
Graham, chocolate, coconut, whatever you want.
Maybe just a plain cracker.
I don't have plain crackers. I got graham, chocolate, coconut.
All right, a graham cracker.
They're in the kitchen, in the closet.
Maybe later.
I was sorry to hear about Lillian.
Thank you.
She was a nice woman. I always liked Lillian.
Thank you.
What about you?
Thank God, knock wood. Perfect.
I heard different. I heard your blood doesn't circulate.
Not true. It circulates. I'm not saying everywhere, but it circulates.
Why, you used a cane?
It's not a cane, it's a walking stick. Maybe once in a great while it's a cane.
Yeah, I've been lucky, thank God. I'm into pink.
I was looking. I thought for a minute you were having a flush.
You hear Saul Burton died?
Go on. No, that's... Who's Saul Burton?
Saul Burton?
Oh, yeah, the manager from the Belasco.
That was Saul Bernstein.
No, not Saul Bernstein. Saul Burton was the manager from the Belasco.
Saul Bernstein was the manager from the Belasco. And it wasn't the Belasco, it was the Morosco.
Now, Sid Weinstein was manager from the Morosco. Saul Burton was manager from the Belasco. Saul Bernstein, I don't know who the hell was.
How can you remember anything? Your blood doesn't circulate.
It circulates in my head. It doesn't circulate in my feet.
Is anything coming down?
Wait a minute. Wasn't Sid Weinstein the songwriter?
No, for Christ's sake, that was Saul Burton.
Now, who wrote Lady, Lady, Be My Baby?
That's what I'm telling you. Saul Burton, the lousy songwriter.
Oh, that's Saul Burton. He died?
2 weeks ago.
Where?
In Variety.
Sure, I remember now. And how is Saul Bernstein?
I didn't read anything.
Oh, good. I always liked Saul Bernstein. So, this is where you live now.
Didn't I always live here?
Not in here. You used to live in the big suite.
This is the big suite. Only now, they made it into 5 small suites.
Isn't that what they do today? Anything to squeeze $1. Now, what do they charge now for a small suite?
Same as they used to charge for the big suite.
Well, I have a nice room with my daughter in New Jersey. I have my own bathroom. They don't bother me, I don't bother them.
Where is it, in the country?
Certainly it's in the country. Where do you think New Jersey is? In the city?
Jersey is what I see from the bench at Riverside Drive. What, they got a private house?
Certainly it's a private house. Some big deal, 3/4 of an acre. And they got their own trees, their own bushes, a nice little swimming pool for the kids. They blow up in the summertime. A big swing in the back, a little dog house, a rock garden.
A what?
A rock garden.
A rock garden. You mean for rocks?
You never saw a rock garden?
Not that anxious.
Well, it's beautiful. A Chinaman made it. Someday you'll take a bus and you'll come out and I'll show it to you.
I should drive all the way out to New Jersey on a bus to see a rock garden?
You don't even know what I'm talking about. You have to live in the country to appreciate it. I never thought it was possible. I could be so happy in the country.
You don't mind it's so quiet?
They got noise in New Jersey, but it's quiet noise. Birds and drizzling. Not like here with the buses and trucks and yelling and screaming.
That's different for you. You're retired. You can sit on a porch, look at a tree, watch a bush growing. You're not still active like me. You got a different temperament. You're a slow person.
I'm a slow person.
You've been here 15 minutes already. You still got a whole cup of tea. I'm finished.
That's right. You're finished and I'm still enjoying it. That was always the difference with us.
You're wrong. I can make a second cup of tea and enjoy it twice as much. I like a busy life. That's why I love the city. So I got to stay near the telephone. You never know when they're going to call about a picture, a musical, a commercial.
When did you do a picture?
They're negotiating.
When did you do a musical?
They're talking
When did you do a commercial?
all the time. Last week
For what?
for the potato chips.
What potato chips?
The big ones, the crispy potato chips. You know.
What do I know? I don't eat potato chips.
And what difference does it make what the name is?
They hire you to sell potato chips and you can't remember the name?
Did you remember Saul Burton?
I'm not selling Saul Burton.
I don't want to argue with you.
I didn't come from New Jersey to argue.
So what do you think? You want to do the doctor sketch?
Well, listen, it's very good money. It's only a few days' work. I could be back in New Jersey. So if you feel you'd like to do it, my feeling is I'm agreeable.
My feeling they told you.
What?
I'm against it. They didn't tell you?
You're against it?
Yes, I'm against it, but I'll do it as long as you want to.
I don't want to do it if you're against it. If you're against it, don't do it.
What do you care if I'm against it as long as we're doing it? I just want you to understand why I'm doing it.
Don't do me any favors.
Who's doing you a favor? I'm doing my nephew a favor. This will be good for him in the business if we do it.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. Be a big break for the kid to get a couple of big stars like us.
Well, all right, that's different. In that case, I'm against it too, but I'll do it.
As long as we understand each other.
And I want to be sure you know I'm not doing it for the money. The money goes to my grandchildren.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. But not yet, only if I die. If I don't die, it'll be from my old age.
Same with me.
You don't have grandchildren.
My nephew's children, Sidney and Marvin. So, you want to rehearse?
You're not against rehearsing.
Why should I be against rehearsing? Just against doing the show. Rehearsing is important.
All right, let's rehearse. Why don't we move the furniture and we'll make the set?
All right.
All right.
Wait a minute. What the hell are we doing here?
I'm fixing up the set. I don't know what you're doing.
You're fixing up the set?
That's right.
You're fixing up the set for the doctor sketch?
Oh, the doctor sketch. Oh. Well, that's different.
Wait a minute. We're doing the same goddamn thing. You fixing up for the sketch or are you redecorating my apartment?
I'm fixing up for the doctor sketch. If you'd leave what I'm doing alone, we'd be finished.
We'd be finished, but we'd be wrong.
Not for the doctor sketch. I know what I'm doing. I did this sketch for 43 years.
Oh, and where was I all that time? Out for a smoke? Who do you think it was that did it with you those 43 years? That was me, mister.
Don't call me mister. I never liked it when you called me mister.
It's not a dirty word.
It is when you say it.
Forgive me, sir.
Let's please, for Pete's sakes, fix up for the doctor sketch.
You think you know how to fix up? You fix it up.
It'll be my pleasure. There. That's the doctor sketch.
For how much money?
I don't want to bet you.
Are you afraid you'll lose?
I'm afraid I'll win. You don't have enough to buy a box of plain crackers.
Don't worry about winning because you're gonna lose. That's not the doctor sketch. That's the gypsy chiropractor sketch.
You're positive.
I'm positive. More than that. I'm sure.
All right. Show me the doctor sketch.
There. That's the doctor.
You know what you are, Willie? You're a lollapalooza.
If I'm a Lollapalooza, you're a mister.
All right. Let's please rehearse the doctor sketch.
All right. First go outside.
You gonna do the part with the nurse first?
Do you see a nurse here? How can I rehearse with a nurse that's not here?
I'm just asking a question. I'm not allowed to ask a question.
Ask whatever you want. Just try to make them intelligent questions.
I beg your pardon. I usually ask the kind of question to the kind of person I'm talking to. Do you get my drift?
I get it. Mister.
All right, let's skip over the nurse. We'll start from where I come in.
All right. From where you come in. First go outside. I'm in the office.
All right, I'm outside. Knock, knock, knock. I'm looking for the doctor.
You're not outside yet.
Certainly I'm outside.
If you were outside, could you see me?
Oh,
Can you see me?
yes.
Then you're not outside. What kind of a rehearsal is this?
It's a rehearsal. Can't you make believe I'm all the way down the hall?
I could also make believe you're still in New Jersey, but you're here. Let's have a professional rehearsal, for Christ's sake. We ain't got a nurse, but we got a door. Let's use what we got.
Listen, we're not going to stop for for every little thing, are we? I don't know how many years I got left. I don't want to spend them all rehearsing.
Not gonna stop for the little things, we're only gonna stop for the big things. The door is a big thing.
I'll go through the door, then I'll come back in, and then we'll run through the sketch once or twice, and that'll be it for the day, all right?
All right. Unless we run into another big thing.
I'm going out now. I'll be right back in. If I'm outside and my daughter calls, tell her to pick me up in an hour.
She can pick you up now for all I care. All right. Knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Don't say it, do it. I think he went crazy in the country.
You ready?
Ready. Knock, knock, knock. Come in. All right, come in.
It doesn't open.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Wait a minute.
Is it locked?
It's not locked. Wait a minute. It's locked. Go down and tell them. Go down and tell them it's locked. They'll say something. Why are you wasting time for it? It's locked. Go down and tell them
I fixed it.
you didn't fix nothing. You don't even know how to open the door.
Did my daughter call?
You know something? I think you went crazy in the country.
You want to stand here and insult me, or you want to rehearse the sketch?
I'd like to do both, but we ain't got time. All right, forget the door. Just stay in here and stand in here and say knock, knock, knock.
All right. I hope I can get out again.
I hope so too. All right, knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Enter!
What do you mean? Enter! What happened to come in?
The same thing. Enter or come in. What's the difference?
The difference is we've done this sketch 12,000 times, and every time you said come in, and suddenly today it's enter! Why are you changing it today?
I'm trying to freshen up the act.
Who asked you to freshen up the act? They asked for the doctor sketch, didn't they? Well, the doctor sketch starts with come in, not enter. If you want to freshen up something, put some flowers in this room.
This is a new generation. You know, this is not 1934, you know.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't see today's paper.
Besides, what's so bad about enter instead of come in?
Because it's different. You know why we did it the same way for 43 years? Because it's good.
And you know why we're not doing it anymore? Because we did it the same way for 43 years.
So if we're not doing it anymore, why are we changing it?
Can I make a comment? Nothing personal. I think you've been sitting on a New Jersey porch too long.
And what does that mean?
It means I think you've been sitting on a New Jersey porch too long. From my windows, I see everything that goes on in the world. I see old people, young people. I see good people, bad people. I see dope bags, holdups, car crashes, ambulances. I see jumpers from buildings. I see everything. You see a lawnmower and a mailman.
And that's why you want to say enter instead of come in?
Are you listening to me?
Why, is there someone else in the room?
You don't know the first thing about what's going on today, do you?
All right, what's going on today?
Have you ever heard the expression, that's where it is? Well, this is where it is, and that's where I am.
I see. And did you ever hear the expression, you don't know what the hell you're talking about? The other expression, you never knew what the hell you were talking about.
I'm not the one that retired. You know why you retired? Because you were tired. You were getting old-fashioned. Well, I was still new-fashioned, and I'll always be.
I see. That's why you're in such demand. That's why you're such a hot property. That's why you do pictures you don't do. That's why you're in musicals you're not in. And that's why you make commercials you don't make, because you can't remember them to make them.
You know what I remember? I remember what a pain in the ass you were to work with. That's what I remember.
That's right, and when you worked with this pain in the ass, you lived in a 5-room suite. Now you live in a 1-room suite.
I don't have
And you're still wearing the same goddamn pajamas you wore in a 5-room suite.
I don't have to take this crap from you.
You ought to be glad you're getting it. No one else wants to give it to you.
I don't want to argue with you. After you say knock, 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 I am saying enter. And if you don't like it, you don't have to come in.
You can't say nothing without my permission. I own 50% of this act.
Well, then you say your 50%. In my 50%, I'm saying enter.
If you say enter after knock, knock, knock. I'm coming in all right, but not alone. I'm bringing a lawyer with me.
Where, from New Jersey? You're lucky if a cow comes with you.
Against you, of course, I could win with a cow.
Oh, starting with a finger again,
I'll
huh?
tell you the truth now, I didn't retire, I escaped.
You give me the finger again? Say goodbye to the finger.
I'll tell you the truth. I got a great idea. Instead of working together again, let's never work together again. You're crazy.
I'm crazy, huh? I'm
I
crazy?
keep saying it until you believe it.
I may be crazy, but you're senile. You know what that is?
I'm not giving you any straight lines.
Crazy is when you got a few parts that go wrong. Senile is when you went the hell out of business. That's you, mister. Stay away from that phone.
Is that my daughter? Is that my daughter? Is that her?
Will you be quiet? Can't you see I'm talking on the phone? Don't you see me talking to a person? For God's sake, can you act like a human being for 5 seconds? For 5 seconds will you act like a human being? Hello. Hello, yes, dear. Yes, just a minute. It's your daughter.
Hello? Hello, sweetheart. No. No, I can't talk right now. I said I can't talk right now. Because he's a crazy bedbug, that's why.
Oh, no, mister is no good. Bedbug is okay, huh? Your father is sick. Come get your sick father.
Don't you see I'm on the phone with a person? Will you please be quiet, for God's sakes? Listen, I want you to come pick me up right now. I don't want to discuss it. Just pick me up now in front of the hotel. And don't park too close. It's filthy here. I know what I promised. I don't want to argue. I'm getting into my coat. I'll wait in the street. I'll probably get bugged. All right, just a minute. She wants to talk to you for a second.
Who is it?
Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt. What do you mean, who is it? Didn't you just say it's your daughter?
I know it's your daughter. I forgot her name.
Doris.
What does she want?
Am I Doris? She'll tell you.
Hello? Hello, dear. Yes, this is Will.
Tell her I'm getting into my coat.
Unpleasantness? No, there was no unpleasantness. There was some stupidity, perhaps, but no unpleasantness.
Tell her I got one sleeve on.
I wanted it to work too, dear. I bent over backwards and forwards. They wouldn't even bend over
I
sideways.
got the other sleeve on. I'm up to my hat and I'm out the door. Tell her.
One word, dear. Just enter. That's all it is. Just comes down to one word.
I got my hat on and all bundled up. Tell her.
Yes, all right, dear. Yes, I'll tell him. Yes, I promise. Goodbye, Dorothy. I told you to give her one more chance.
Not if you say enter. Come in, I'll stay. Enter, I go.
Ask me knock, knock, knock.
Don't fool around with me. I got enough pains in my neck. Are you going to say come in?
Ask me knock, knock, knock.
I know you, you bastard.
Ask me knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Enter!
Bedbug! Crazy bedbug! Lunatic bastard!
Eddie! Eddie!
Yeah, Phil.
Any chance of doing this today?
We're all set here, Phil. We're just waiting for the actors.
Yeah, well, what the hell is happening?
I don't know. There's a problem with the makeup. Mr. Clark wants a number 7 amber or something.
Well, get it for him.
Where? They stopped making it 34 years ago.
Oh, Christ.
And Mr. Lewis says the R sticks are too short.
What?
The R sticks. Don't ask me. I'm still trying to figure out what a look stick is.
What the hell are we making here? Nicholas and Alexandra? Look, tell them it's just a dress rehearsal. We'll worry about the props later. Now, let's get moving, Eddie. Christ almighty.
Mr. Schaefer? Mr. Schaefer, I'm awfully sorry about the delay. Mr. Lewis and Mr. Clark have been having a few technical problems backstage.
Yeah, we've had it all week long. Now, I'm afraid we're running out of time here. I've got 12 other goddamn sketches to get through today.
Yeah, I'll get them right out. There's no problem.
And tell them I want to run straight through, no stopping. They can clean up whatever afterwards.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen past knock, knock, knock come in since Tuesday.
We're ready, Mr. Schaefer. I'll tell them we're going to run straight through, no stopping. Thank you very much.
All right. Eddie, let's take out the lights.
What?
Take out the lights. Now let's run it from the top with the voiceover.
Lights out.
And voiceover.
You are my son.
The golden age of comedy reached its zenith during a fabulous and glorious era known as vaudeville. Fanny Brice, W.C. Fields, Eddie Cantor, Ed Wynn, Will Rogers, and a host of other greats fill this Hall of Fame. There are two other names that belong on this list, but they can never be listed separately. They are more than a team. They are two comic shining lights that beam as one. For Lewis without Clark is like laughter without joy. We are privileged to present tonight, in their first public performance in over 11 years, for half a century known as the Sunshine Boys, Mr. Al Lewis and Mr. Willie Clark, in their beloved scene, The Doctor Will See You Now.
Open wider and say ah. Wider. And wider. Yeah, your throat's all right, but you're going to have some trouble with your stomach.
How come?
You swallowed the stick.
Is that bad?
It's terrible. I only got 2 left. What am I, a tree surgeon? All right. For $10 more, I'll take it out.
That's robbery.
Forget it. Keep the stick.
No, I'll pay. Get the stick out.
Come back tomorrow. On Thursdays, I do woodwork. Oh, nurse! Nursey!
Did you want me, Doctor?
Why do you think I hired you? What's your name again?
Miss McIntosh. You know, like the apples.
The name I forgot. The apples I remembered. Look in the book and see who's next.
It's a Mr. Kornheiser.
You could be wrong. Look in the book. It's better that way.
No, I was right.
So was I.
It's a Mr. Kornheiser.
Are you sure? Spell it for me.
Kornheiser.
What's the first name?
Walter.
Stay down for the second name.
Benjamin.
Don't move and give me the whole thing.
Walter Benjamin Kornheiser.
Well, from now on, I only want to see patients with long names.
Is there anything else you want?
Yes, call a carpenter and have him make my desk blow up.
Yes, Doctor.
It's warm in here. Did you turn on the steam?
No, Doctor.
In that case, take a $5 raise. Send in the next patient before I'm the next patient.
Yes, Doctor. Excuse me, I think I have a chest cold.
Looks more like an epidemic to me.
Yes, Doctor. Is there anything else you can think of?
I can think of it, but I'm not sure I can do it.
Well, if I can help you, Doctor, that's what the nurse is for.
Oh, boy, I'm glad I didn't go to law school. That must be my next patient. Come in and enter.
I'm looking for the doctor.
Are you sick?
Are you the doctor?
Yes.
I'm not that sick.
What's your name?
Kornheiser, Walter Benjamin Kornheiser. Do you want me to spell it?
Never mind. I got a better speller than you. Sit down and and stick out your tongue.
There's nothing wrong with my tongue.
Well, then just sit down.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
But what are you doing here?
I came to examine you.
I think you got everything backwards.
It's possible I dressed in a hurry this morning.
You mean you came here for me to examine you?
No, I came here for me to examine you. I'm a tax collector.
Oh, that's nice. I'm a stamp collector. What do you do for a living?
I find out how much money people make.
Oh, busybody. Yeah, you have to make an appointment with my nurse.
I did. I'm seeing her Friday night.
Don't fool around with my nurse. Don't fool around with my nurse. She's a nice girl. She's a Virginian.
A what?
A Virginian. That's where she's from.
Well, she ain't going back, I can tell you that. I got some questions to ask you.
I don't have time for questions. I'm a doctor. You want to see me, you got to be a patient.
But I'm not sick.
So Don't worry, we'll find something.
All right, examine me and I'll examine you. Now, the first question is, how much money did you make last year?
Last year, I made, dollars.
I didn't hear that.
Hard of hearing, I knew we'd find something. Any childhood diseases?
Not lately.
Your father living or deceased?
Both.
Both? What do you mean both?
First he was living, now he's deceased.
What did he die from?
My mother. Now it's my turn. Are you married?
I'm looking.
Looking to get married?
Looking to get out.
What are you doing?
I'm examining your lower intestines.
Why are you looking in there?
I got choice of 2 places to look. I'll take this one.
Never mind. Do you own a car?
Certainly I own a car. Why?
If you use it for medical purposes, you can deduct it from your taxes. What kind of car do you own?
An ambulance.
Do you own a house?
Can I deduct it?
Only if you use it for medical purposes. Where do you live?
Mount Sinai Hospital. Open your shirt. I want to listen to your heartbeat.
Will this take long?
Not if I hear something. I hear something. You're right.
Aren't you going to listen with a stethoscope?
Oh, sure. I didn't know you wanted the complete examination. Oh boy, you know what you got?
What?
A filthy undershirt.
Never mind that. Am I in good health?
Not unless you change your undershirt.
What is this, a doctor's office or a laundry? I'll bet you never went to medical school.
What are you talking? I went to Columbia Medical School.
Did you pass?
Certainly I passed.
Well, you should have gone in.
Never mind that. I'm going to examine your eyes now.
They're perfect. I got 20/20
That's
eyes.
too much. You only need 1 and 1. Turn around and look at the eye chart. Put your left hand over your left eye, your right hand over your right eye. Tell me what you see.
I don't see nothing.
Don't panic. I can cure that. Take your hands away. Can you see now?
Certainly I can see now.
I've cured over 2,000 people that way.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle you're not in jail. What do you charge for a visit?
$1.
$1? That's very cheap for an examination.
That's not an examination. That's a visit. Hello and goodbye. Hello and how are you? That's $10.
If you ask me, you're a quack.
If I was a duck, I'd ask you. Roll up your sleeve. I want to take some blood.
I can't do it.
Why not?
If I see blood, I get sick.
Do what I do. Don't look.
I'm sorry, I'm not giving blood. I'm anemic.
What's that?
You're a doctor and you don't know what anemic means?
That's because I'm a specialist.
What do you specialize in?
Everything but anemic.
Please, can I continue my examination?
You continue yours and I'll continue mine. First, cross your legs.
Ow!
Does that hurt?
Yes.
Good. From now on, try not to get hit with a hammer. You see this bottle?
Yes.
You know what to do with it?
I think so.
You think so, you know so. If you're not sure, tell me. The girl doesn't come in to clean today.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go in the bottle.
I don't have time. I have to go over your books.
The hell you will.
If I go over your books, the government will come in here and go over your books.
They don't have their own place down in Washington?
Certainly, but they have to go where the books are.
The whole government?
No, just the Treasury Department.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm glad you're relieved.
I wish you were before you came in here.
Oh, Dr. Klockenmeyer!
Yes?
Mrs. Kalani is on the phone. She wants you to rush right over and deliver her baby.
I'm sorry I'm busy. Tell her I'll mail it to her in the morning.
Yes, Doctor.
Where did you find a couple of nurses like that?
Standing on 43rd and 44th Street. Stick out your tongue.
I don't want to.
Come on, come out. How long have you had that white coat on your tongue?
Since January. In the spring, I put on a gray sport jacket.
Never mind that. Hold your tongue with your fingers and say shish kebab.
Thicklebaum.
Again.
Thicklebaum.
I got bad news for you.
What is it?
You do that in a restaurant, you'll never get shish kebab.
Never mind that. What about your taxes?
What?
The taxes. It's time to pay your taxes to the Treasury.
Morning, don't start in with me.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. It's time to pay your taxes. You're speaking with spitting again.
I said the right line. If it comes out juicy, I can't help that.
It doesn't come out juicy unless you squeeze the teas. I'm warning you, don't squeeze them on me.
Okay, let's hold it a second, Mr. Clark. I'm having trouble with the dialogue. I don't find those last few lines in the script.
It's not in the script. It's in his mouth.
I said the right line. Look in the script. You'll find it there.
You'll find the words. You won't find the spit. The spitting is his idea. He's doing it on purpose.
I don't spit on purpose. I spit on accident. I've always spitted on accident. It's not possible to say that line without spitting a little.
I can say it. It's time to pay your taxes to the Treasury. There wasn't a single spit in my entire mouth. Why can't he say it like that?
What am I, an Englishman? I'm talking the same way I've talked for 43 years.
Gentlemen, can we argue this point after the dress rehearsal and go on with the sketch?
I'm not gonna stand here and get a shower. Either take out the line or get me an umbrella.
Can we please go on? Now, with all due respect, gentlemen, I have 12 other scenes to get through, and we cannot spend all day on personal squabbles.
All right, I'll go on. But I'm moving to a safer spot.
That's fine. Don't worry about the moves. We'll pick you up on camera. Now, let's skip over this spot and pick it up on... I hope you didn't have what Mr. Melnick had.
No.
All right, Mr. Clark, whenever you're ready.
I hope you don't have what Mr. Melnick had.
What did Mr. Melnick have?
Ask him yourself. He's standing right there.
Ask Mr. Melnick.
Could be Mrs. Melnick. Without the high heels, I'm not sure.
Then why do you keep him standing in the office?
He's still got one more appointment with me.
You know what you are? You're a charlatan. Do you know what a charlatan is?
It's a city in North Carolina, and if you poke me again, you're going to end up in Poughkeepsie.
Hold it. Now, where does it say you're going to end up in Poughkeepsie?
Where does it say he can poke me in the chest? He's doing it on purpose. He's always done it on purpose, just to get my goat.
I didn't poke him. I tapped him. A little light tapping wouldn't hurt a baby.
A baby elephant, maybe. I knew I was going to get poked. First comes the spitting, then comes the poking. I know his routine already.
Excuse me. I'm sorry we're holding up the rehearsal, but we have a very serious problem on our hands. The man I'm working with is a lunatic.
I'm a lunatic? He spits in my face and breaks my chest and calls me a lunatic? I'm going to tell you something I've never told you before in your entire life. I hate your guts.
You told it to me on Monday.
Well, I'm telling it to you again.
Listen, gentlemen, I really don't see any point of going on with this rehearsal.
I don't see any point in going on with this show. This man is persecuting me. He's been waiting 11 years to get back at me, only I'm not going to give him the chance.
I knew it! He's been setting me up for 11 years just to walk out on me again.
Gentlemen.
I knew he was doing that.
All right, Mr. Clark, we need the stage. Can we please do this over on the side?
I didn't want to do it in the first place.
Liar! His daughter begged me.
Right.
His own daughter begged me.
Come back to the dressing room. Come on.
Please let's go back to the dressing room and talk this out.
I'm sorry we're wasting everyone's time. I should have stayed home in New Jersey in the first place.
Begged me. She begged me. His own daughter
I
begged
saw
me.
him last
Stop
week.
it, please.
In his own apartment, he pulled a knife on me. He's a crazy man.
I don't need you. I never needed you.
Uncle Will.
You had nothing when I found you, and you're still the same thing.
That's enough.
I'm sorry about this, Mr. Schaefer.
Maybe he thinks I can't get a job without him. Or maybe he's through, but not me. Not me.
Uncle Will.
Maybe his career.
Sorry, just lie there. Get a doctor, please.
Don't get a doctor. I don't need a doctor. I don't trust him.
Don't talk. Just lie there. You're going to be all right. Somebody get a blanket, please.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him I fell down. I don't want to give him the satisfaction.
Of course, I won't tell him. There's nothing to tell. You're going to be all right.
Frito-Lays. That's the name of the potato chip. You see, I remembered. I remembered the name of the potato chip. Frito-Lays. Frito-Lays.
Did this again. You had good reason.
Yeah. I
What
guess
time
he
is
just
it?
feels that the
10 to 1.
score's even now.
10 to 1.
And
Who are
then
you?
I just cut her
Don't give me that. You know who I am.
You're the same nurse from yesterday?
I'm the same nurse from every day for 2 weeks now. Don't play no games with me.
I can't even chew a piece of bread. Who's going to play games? Why'd you turn off the TV?
It's either watching that or watching you sleep. Either one ain't too interesting.
I'm sorry. I'll try to sleep more interesting. What is this, Tuesday?
Wednesday.
How can it be Wednesday? I went to sleep on Monday.
Haven't we already seen Mike Douglas twice this week?
Once.
Twice.
All right, twice. I don't remember. I was all right yesterday?
We are doing very well.
Oh, we are. When did you get sick?
That's funny. That is really funny, Mr. Clark. Soon as I get home tonight, I'm gonna bust out laughing.
Keep eating all my candy, you're going to bust out a lot sooner.
Well, you can't eat it, and there's no sense in throwing it out. I'm just storing up energy for the winter.
Well, maybe you could find some time in between the peppermint and the nougat to take my pulse.
I took it. It's a little better today.
When did you take my pulse?
When you were sleeping.
Everybody's pulse is good when they're sleeping. You take a person's pulse when they're up. 30 $30 a day, she takes a sleeping pulse. To tell you the truth, I don't think you know what you're doing. And I'm not a prejudiced person.
Well, I am. I don't like sick people who tell registered nurses how to do their job. You want your tea now?
I don't want to interrupt your candy.
And don't get fresh with me. You can get fresh with your nephew, but you can't get fresh with me. Maybe he has to take it, but I am not a blood relative.
That's for sure.
That's even funnier than the other one. My whole evening is going to be taken up tonight with nothing but laughing.
I don't even eat candy. You can finish the whole box. When you're done, I hope you eat the flowers, too.
You know why I don't get angry at anything you say to me?
I give up. Why?
Because I have a good sense of humor. I am known for my good sense of humor. That's why I can take anything you say to me.
You nurse, as good as your sense of humor, I won't make it till Thursday. Who called?
No one.
I thought I heard the phone.
No one called. Did you have a nice nap?
It was a nap. Nothing special. And stop fluffing up my pillows. Takes me all day and all night to get them the way I want them, and then you fluff them up.
Oh, woke up a little grouchy, didn't we?
Stop making yourself a partner. I woke up grouchy. You don't make my bed. Did you see I'm still sleeping in it? You don't make a bed. I'm still sleeping.
You can't stand to have people do things for you, can you? If you just want someone to sit here and watch you, you're better off getting a dog, Mr. Clark. I'll suggest that to your nephew.
Am I complaining? I'm only asking for two things. Don't take my pulse when I'm sleeping, and don't make my bed when I'm in it. Do it the other way around and we're in business.
It don't bother me to do nothing as long as I'm getting paid for it.
I'm hungry.
You want your junket?
Forget it, I'm not hungry. So tell me, how old is a woman like you?
That is none of your business.
I'm not asking for business.
I'm 54 years young.
You married?
My husband passed away 4 years ago.
Oh. You were a nurse?
No, I was not a nurse. Sleeping. I do some quiet.
You know, for a 54-year-old registered widow, you're a good-looking woman.
And don't try that with me.
Who's trying anything?
You are. You're getting fresh in a way I don't like.
What are you worried about? I can't even put on my slippers by myself.
I'm not worried about your slippers. And don't play on my sympathy. I don't have it and ain't expecting any coming in the near future.
How about a nice alcohol rub?
I just gave you one.
I'll give you one.
I know. You just say things like that to agitate me. You like to agitate people, don't you? Well, I'm not an agitatable person.
You're right. I think I'd be better off with a dog.
How did your poor wife stand a man like you?
I told you about my poor wife.
Your poor nephew. Did you ever think of getting married again?
Why, is this a proposal?
Not from me. I am not thinking of getting married again. Besides, you're just not my type.
Why, it's a question of religion.
It's a question of age. You'd wear me out in no time.
You think I can't take care of you? I got Medicare.
You never stop, do you?
When I stop, I won't be here.
Well, that's where you're going to be if you don't learn to slow up a little.
Slow up. I moved 2 inches in 3 weeks. She tells me to slow up.
I mean, if you're considering getting well again, you're going to have to stop worrying about telephone calls, messages, and especially when you're going back to work.
I'm an actor. I have to act. It's my profession.
Your profession right now is being a sick person. And if you're going to act anywhere, it's going to be from a sick bed.
Maybe I can get a job on Marcus Welby.
You can turn everything I said to a vaudeville routine if you want. But I'm going to give you a piece of advice, Mr. Clark.
What's that?
The world is full of sick people. And there just ain't enough doctors or nurses to go around to take care of all these sick people. And all the doctors and all the nurses can do just so much, Mr. Clark. But God, in His infinite wisdom, has said He will help those who help themselves.
So, what's the advice?
Stop bugging me!
Right, stop bugging you. I don't even know what the hell it means.
That's better. Now you're my type again.
Ah, here comes today's candy.
Hello, how is he?
Fine. I think we're going to get married.
Uncle Willie, how's it going?
You bring my variety?
Yeah, I also brought about 200 get-well telegrams and cards from just about every star in show business. Lucille Ball, Bob Hope, Milton Berle, the mayor. It'll take you 9 months to answer all of them.
What about a commercial? You hear from Alka-Seltzer?
We have plenty of time to talk about that. Miss O'Neill, have you had your lunch yet?
No, not yet.
She just finished off about 2 pounds of appetizers.
Why don't you go out? Take about an hour. I'll be here for a while.
Thank you, I could use some fresh air. Now, when I'm gone, I don't want you getting yourself all agitated again, you hear?
I hear. Stop bugging me.
And don't get up to go to the bathroom, use the you-know-what.
And if I don't, I'll go you know where.
Never mind. She's a very good nurse.
Oh, boy. Bernie Eisenstein died.
Who?
Bernie Eisenstein. Do you remember the dance team, Ramona and Rodriguez? Bernie Eisenstein was Rodriguez.
Could you put down the variety for a second, please?
You bring a cigar?
Cigar? You realize you just had a heart attack, don't you? You've been getting away with it for years. The cigars, the corned beef sandwiches, the tension, the temper tantrums. You can't do it anymore. Your heart's just not going to take it.
So this is the good news you rushed up here with? Well, this week going to skip the Wednesday.
I spoke to the doctor this morning, and I'm going to have to be very frank and honest with you, Willie. You've got to retire. I mean, give it up. Show business is out.
Until when?
Until ever. Your blood pressure is abnormally high. Your heart is weak. If you try to work again, you'd kill yourself.
All right. I'll think it over.
Think what over? There's nothing to think over. You can't work anymore. There's no decision to be made. Can't you understand that?
You decide for Ben Silverman. I'll decide for Willie Clark.
No. I decide for Willie Clark. I am your closest and only living relative, and I am responsible for your welfare. You can't live here anymore, Willie. Not alone. And I can't afford to keep that nurse on permanently. Right now she's making more than I am. Anyway, she's already given her notice. She's going to Buffalo to live with a very wealthy family.
Maybe she'll take me with her. I always did well in Buffalo.
Come on, face the facts, Willie. We've got to do something, and we've got to do it quickly.
I can't think about it today. I'm tired. I think I'll take a nap.
Do you want to hear my suggestion?
I'm napping. Don't you see my eyes are closed?
I'd like you to move in with me and Helen and the kids. We've got the small spare room in back. I think you'd be very comfortable.
What's the second suggestion?
What's the matter with the first?
It's not as good as the second.
I haven't even made it yet.
It's still better than the first. Forget it.
Why?
Because I don't like your kids. They're noisy. The little one hit me with a baseball bat.
And I've also heard you talk to them for hours on end about vaudeville and at the time of your life, right?
If I stopped talking, they'd hit me with the bat. No offense, but I'm not moving in with your children. Get rid of them, then we'll talk.
I know the reason you won't come. Because Al Lewis lives with his family, so you're trying to prove some stupid point about being independent.
What's the second suggestion?
All right. Now, don't jump when I say this, because it's not as bad as it sounds.
So, say it.
There's the Actors Home in New Brunswick.
It's as bad as it sounds.
You're wrong. I drove out there last Sunday. They showed me around the whole place. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was.
You went out there already? You didn't have the decency to wait until I turned down your offer to live with you?
I just went out to investigate. No commitments.
The old actor's home. First job you got me in 10 years.
It's on a lake. There's 25 acres of beautiful grounds. It's an old converted mansion with a big porch.
I knew it. You got me on a porch in New Jersey. He put you up to this, didn't he?
You don't have to sit on the porch. There's a million activities there. They put on shows for each other every Friday and Saturday night. I mean, it's all old actors. What could be better for you?
Why New Jersey? I hate New Jersey. I'm sorry they ever finished the George Washington Bridge.
I couldn't get over how many old actors were out there that I knew and remembered. I thought they were all dead.
Yeah. Some recommendation. A house in the swamps full of forgotten people.
They're not forgotten. They're well taken care of. And Uncle Willie, I promise you that if you spend one day out there that you're not happy, you can come back and move in with me.
So that's my choice, huh? New Jersey or the baseball bat?
All right. I feel a lot better about everything.
So, what about you?
What do you mean, what about me?
I won't see you no more?
Certainly you'll see me, as often as I can. Uncle Willie, did you think I wouldn't come to visit you anymore?
Well, you know, people don't go to New Jersey unless they have to.
Uncle Willie, I will be there every Wednesday with variety. I'll even bring Helen and the kids.
Don't bring the kids. What do you think I'm going in the home for?
You know, this is the first moment since I've known you that you've treated me like a nephew and not an agent. It's like a whole new relationship.
Maybe this will work out better than the other one.
I've waited for this for 15 years, but you would never let me get close, Uncle Willie.
You kissed me, I call the whole thing off.
I promise. But there is one favor I'd like you to do for me.
With my luck, it's a benefit.
Yeah, in a way it's a benefit, but not for any organization. It's for another human being.
What are you talking about?
Al Lewis wants to come and see you.
If you wanted to kill me, why didn't you just bring the cigars?
He's been heartsick ever since this happened.
So what do you think I am? What is this, the mumps?
You know what I mean? He calls me twice a day to see how you are. He's worried to death.
Tonight, tell him I'm worse.
You know, he's not well himself. He's got diabetes, hardening of the arteries. His eyesight is getting
You
very
see, he's
bad.
good enough to spit in my face.
He's lost 7 pounds since you were in the hospital. Who do you think's been sending all these flowers and candy? He signs other people's names because he knows otherwise you'd throw them out.
They're his flowers? Throw them out.
Uncle Willie, I have never asked you for a personal favor as long as I've known you. But this is important. For you, for me, for Al Lewis. He won't even stay. He just wants to come up and say hello.
Hello, huh?
That's all.
He pokes me in the chest with a finger. I'm a dead man. That's murder, you know.
Come on, Willie, give us a break.
All right. He wants to come up. I won't stop it. But I can't guarantee a hello. I may be taking a nap.
I knew I could count on you. He's going to be very happy.
And don't call him from here. Why should I pay 60 cents for him to come say hello?
Not that it cost you 60. Hello, could you please tell the boy at the desk to send Mr. Lewis up to Mr. Clark's room, please?
You mean he's here in the hotel?
He's been with me all morning. I knew it would be all right.
You put me in the old man's home, bring that bastard here, and then you tell me?
I apologize. I'm sorry. Never speak to me again. Promise me you'll be decent to Al Lewis.
I'll be wonderful to him. In my will, I'll leave him you.
What are you doing? You're not going to get out of bed.
You think I'm going to let him see me laying in here in bed like a sick person? I'm going to sit in my chair, and I'm going to look healthier than he does.
The doctor said you're not supposed to get out of bed for anything.
Lewis coming to apologize to Clark is not anything. This is worth another heart attack. Get my jacket from the closet.
All right, just walk slowly, will you, please?
And then I want you to move my chair all the way back. I want that son of a bitch to have a long walk.
Put this on.
Not the robe, the jacket, the blue sports jacket. This is going to be a formal apology.
He's not coming to apologize. He's just coming to say hello.
He doesn't apologize, I'll drop dead in my chair. And you can tell him that, too.
I'm sorry I started in with this.
That's funny. I'm starting to feel pretty good.
I thought I was bringing you two together.
Put a pillow on my chair. Make it 2 pillows. When I sit, I want to look down on him.
I promise you I will never interfere in your life again.
The only thing that could make today better is if it was raining. I would love to see him apologize dripping wet. Ah, this is it. This was worth getting sick for. Come on, knock again. Enter!
Oh, he's sleeping. I could come back later.
No, he's probably just dozing. Can I take your hat?
No, I'd like to hold on to something if you don't mind.
There's someone here to see you, Uncle Willie.
What? What's that?
Look, who's here to see you.
What? I don't have my glasses. Who is it?
It's me, Willie. Al. Al Lewis.
Al Lewis. You're so far away. Walk all the way over here. Oh, that Al Lewis.
I don't want to disturb you, Willie. I know you're resting.
That's okay. I'm just reading my telegrams from Bob Hope and Lucille Ball.
Isn't that nice? And look at all the beautiful flowers.
I'm throwing them out. I can't stand the smell. Someone sends them to me every day, along with a cheap box of candy. They mean well.
They certainly do. Well, I just wanted to come up to see how you were doing. I don't want to take up your time. I just wanted to say hello. So, hello. And goodbye.
Wait a minute. You got a few minutes before my next nap. Stay and talk a while.
You sure it's okay?
Well, I'm sure you got more to say than just hello. You want some tea?
I would love some tea.
Go in the kitchen and make it.
I've got a better idea. I'll go down to the kitchen and have them send up a tray. If I call room service, it'll take forever.
You're going? Don't you want to stay and hear what Al has to say?
I don't think it's necessary. I'll be back in 10 minutes. It's good to see you again, Mr. Lewis. It's good to see the both of you.
He's a nice boy.
The best. Not too bright, but a nice boy.
So, you got everything you need here?
What could I need here?
Some books, some magazines.
Oh, I got plenty to do. I got my fan mail to answer.
You get fan mail?
Don't you?
I don't even get jury duty.
Yeah, there's some still, still remember. Excuse me.
You're sure it's all right for you to be talking like this?
I'm not talking. I'm just answering. You're talking. Why, is there something special you want to say?
Like what?
How do I know like what? Do I know what's on your mind? Do I know why you can't sleep at night?
Who said I don't sleep at night? I sleep beautifully.
That's funny, you look tired, a little troubled, like a man with something on his conscience.
I have nothing on my conscience.
Are you sure you look good?
I have nothing on my conscience. The only thing I feel badly about is that you got sick.
Thank you. I accept your apology.
What apology? Who apologized? I just said I'm sorry you got sick.
Who do you think made me sick?
Who? You did, that's who, not me. You yelled and screamed and carried on like a lunatic until you made yourself sick. And for that, I'm sorry.
Well, as long as you're sorry for something.
I'm also sorry people are starving in India, but I'm not going to apologize.
I'm not accusing you of India. I'm just saying you're responsible for making me sick. Since you've come all the way up here to apologize, I am gentleman enough to accept your apology.
Don't be such a gentleman, because there's nothing to accept.
You're the one that came all the way up here with your hat in your hand, not me.
It's a $25 hat. What was I going to do? Fold it up in my pocket?
You didn't come to apologize. Why did you send me all these flowers, candy?
I sent you flowers and candy.
Yes, because it was on your mind. And that's why you couldn't sleep at night. And that's why you came all the way up here with your hat in your hand to apologize. Only this time, I am not a gentleman anymore. And I don't accept your apology. What do you think about that?
I knew there was going to be trouble when you said enter instead of come in.
There's no trouble. The trouble's over. I got what I wanted.
What did you get? You got no apology from me which you didn't accept.
Don't argue with me. I just had a heart attack.
You want to know something, Willie? I don't think we get along too good.
Well, everyone has their ups and downs.
In 43 years, we've had maybe one up. To tell you the truth, I can't take the downs anymore.
Well, to tell you the truth, for the first time, I'm a little tired myself. In a way, this heart attack was good for me. I needed the rest.
So, what are you going to do now?
My nephew made me 2 very good offers today.
Is that right?
I think I'm going to take the second one.
Are you in any condition to work again?
Well, it wouldn't be too strenuous. Mostly take it easy. Maybe do a show on Saturday night. Something like that.
Is that right? Where? In New York?
No. Out of town.
Isn't that nice?
Well, you know me. I got to keep busy. What about you?
Oh, I'm very happy. My daughter's having another baby. They're going to need my room, and I don't want to be a burden, so we talked it over. I decided I'm going to move to the Actors Home in New Brunswick.
I got the finger again.
What's the matter? Right, you're holding your chest. Are you having pains?
I mean, no, but I'm expecting.
Can I get you something? Should I call the doctor?
It wouldn't
It
help.
wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't help. How many times have we done that joke?
It always worked. Even from you, I just got a laugh.
You're a funny man, Al. You're a pain in the ass, but you're a funny man.
You know what your trouble was, Willie? You always took the jokes too seriously. They were just jokes. We did comedy on the stage for 43 years. I don't think you enjoyed it once.
I was there to enjoy it. I'd buy a ticket.
Well, maybe you can start enjoying it now. And maybe if you're not too busy, one day you'll come out to the actors' home and visit me.
You can count on that.
Well, I feel a lot better now that I've talked to you. Maybe you'd like to rest now. Take a nap?
I think so. Keep talking, I'll fall asleep.
What's new in variety?
Bernie Eisenstein died.
Go on, Bernie Eisenstein, huh? Oh yeah, the house doctor from the palace.
That was Sam Heseltine. Bernie Eisenstein was Ronan Rodriguez.
No, Jackie Aronson was Ramona Rodriguez. Bernie Eisenstein was house doctor at the palace. Sam Heseltine was Sophie Tucker's agent.
Don't argue with me, I'm sick.
I know, but I should get sick too. Now, Bernie Eisenstein was house doctor. The first time we played was Sophie Tucker, and that's when we met Sam Heseltine. And Jackie Aronson wasn't Rodriguez yet. He was, DeMarco and Lopez. Yeah, DeMarco died, and Lopez went into real estate, so Jackie became Rodriguez. Circuit. Well, Big John hated his guts, from that time.